Hello, welcome to SD Game Talks. Today we're going to be analyzing all the games that have taken place in the Premier League, in the Ligue, in the Bundesliga, and in the Spanish, and of course visiting all the top leagues around the world. Before the international breaks, we're going to see who is standing on the first position of every table, starting from the Premier League, La Liga, Ligue, Bundesliga, and we're actually going to be looking ahead to see who is having more goals so far in each league and who is performing more better and which league is absolutely very, very entertaining so far right now. So let's take a quick look first of all at English Premier League, where we're going to see Liverpool standing on the first position, where they have played 3 games all before the international break. They have all played 3 games, and Liverpool so far is scored 100%, which is absolutely very incredible. And then we take a look at Chelsea right here, standing second with 7 points, having drawn against Crystal Palace. Chelsea grabbed the opportunity of standing second, and Arsenal coming third, with 6 points. He lost the last game where Liverpool grabbed 3 points from them with the amazing free kick from Zobolai that took away 3 points from Arsenal. But Arsenal, so far standing on the 3rd position with 6 points, and Tottenham following after losing a game as well. Having 6 points, and Everton as well, not backing down, having lost 1 game also so far, that's having 6 points as well. We've got here Sunderland, which is just been promoted, from the championship, but he's standing here so far after 3 games. It's a very good sign for them to show that they are not willing to relegate anytime soon. I mean, they are fighting to grab these points, not to go from relegation. It's absolutely very good for them. And Bournemouth, we can find Bournemouth in the 7th position, which is not surprising for everyone because Bournemouth, the last seasons, has been very, very good in the Premier League. I know disturbing a lot of clubs. And then get here, Crystal Palace starting on the 8th position. Crystal Palace as well is so good. I mean, the way they played, they've got 5 points right here, and they have been for the past season as well very good in the Premier League. But see where Manchester United is standing instead of the 17th position they're supposed to be. But however, they've played 3 games and they've grabbed just 4 points. So this is just 3 games played, and this is just still the early stage to determine who is going to be where. But so far for the top 4 is something very good. I believe Tottenham is going to stay here, but Manchester United is standing on the 9th position. And let's go quickly to see where Manchester City, Pep Guardiola, who everyone is expecting that was supposed to be in here, the 2nd or the 3rd position, is standing right here, in the 13th position. And it's not very good for Pep Guardiola this season. No one is expecting this. And then we take a look at the last 3 right here, which is Wolves. If you take a look at our predictions for the league table, I put Wolves in the relegation zone, and I'm sure it's absolutely going to happen this season. And Aston Villa is a surprise to everyone. Aston Villa used to be around 1st, 2nd position the last 2 seasons right now, but look at where he's standing on the 19th position. And Wolves right here standing last and still has 0 points. And Aston Villa scoring just 1 goal is something so crazy here. Like Aston Villa, we all know, is having just 1 point. For the Wolves with the 0 points of 3 games, it's not so surprising. So these are the last 3. We've got here Fulham, we've got Aston Villa, and we've got here Wolves standing last. Let's take a look at the players with the top goal scorer. We've got here Haaland with 3 goals. If not for the fact that you've got here Haaland, Erling Haaland with 3 goals for Manchester City, if not for the fact that Pep Guardiola is sick, I mean, like, he's not catching the form, his ideas are finished in the Premier League, his coaching skills are done. This Haaland is supposed to be a player that I think will be getting this golden boot back-to-back every year because of his consistency. Even when they were down last season, he struggled again to make a significant number as far as goals were concerned. Then here we're going to go to Nottingham Forest and meet Wood, who is going to be who has 2 goals rather. We've got Richarlison as well. We've got Sarr from Crystal Palace, and we've got Wilson Isidore from Sunderland. We've got Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth, and then we've got Timber and all these things. These are the top 10 with 2 goals. João Pedro for Chelsea, of course, 2 goals as well. And then for Liverpool, we've got Hugo Giteke, which is very good, and Victor Gyökeres with 2 goals for Arsenal. It's quite cool. And then looking at the top, the top 10 right here, you find incredible players in there. For so far here in the Premier League, the highest goal scorer is just with 3 goals, which is Erling Haaland. Let's take a look at the assists to see. We've got here, Grealish is absolutely having 4 assists for Everton. This is a guy who didn't perform in Manchester City, but he didn't score any goal yet for Everton, but he's having 4 assists, which is very good. And then take a look at the second person right here, which is Curry Gakpo. This is what I love about this guy. Cody Gakpo noticed that Liverpool is making signings that are crazy, like Alexander Isak, with and Hugo Ekitike, and then he's gonna step up because he want to get that position. But he's having 2 assists so far, and I love the way he plays. Not only 2 assists, he plays very well. Mohamed Kudus on the third with 2 assists as well for Spurs, leaving West Ham to Spurs, and he's been doing incredibly very well for Spurs, which is quite good. We're gonna see how many red cards so far has come up. And then we're going to get just 3 teams with red card, and of course having all 1-1. Aston Villa, Newcastle and Wolves. So far on day 3, we've got 3 teams with red card. First of all with Aston Villa, Newcastle and Wolves, and then for yellow card I'm sure it's going to be too much, but Crystal Palace leading with just 3 yellow cards. So far so good. Now let's take a look at what is happening in La Liga, how they're standing, their cards, their number of goals and everything in La Liga. Let's go together to see what is happening right there. We see here, this is the table so far. You've got Real Madrid on the top spot, 3 games played, 3 games you win, and then they are 100% with Atletico Bilbao as well. Atletico Bilbao, you know, doesn't want to back down. But what is good about Real Madrid right here is that he's standing first with 9 points of 3 games played, and followed by Atletico Bilbao. And let's see where is Barcelona. Barcelona is standing on the 4th position. Villarreal is standing on the 3rd position. It's not a surprise to anyone. But Barcelona just had a drill with Rio Vallecano, was so disappointing. And then they are standing here with 7 points alongside, Villarreal. And they've got here Espanyol as well with 7 points, which is quite good. And then Getafe, Elche, Betis. We've got here the Rio Vallecano that picked up a point from Barcelona to stand there. Let's take a look at the last 3. You've got here Girona, which is quite surprising. This is the team that almost, gave hopes to, reviving or changing the fate of La Liga. Because, when we talk about La Liga, what makes it boring is that if Barcelona or Real Madrid are not the one topping the league, and then nobody else, so they are always just one interchanging. Sometimes, Atletico de Madrid is going to come up, but Atletico Madrid this time is so shit. So now we've got here Levante and Mallorca, who just came up and is standing right here. Mallorca, sorry, didn't come. Levante, who just came up, is standing here right now with Girona at the last. And look at where you're going to find Atletico de Madrid on the 17th position with 2 points. Crazy. Okay, so in the La Liga, we've got 2 teams that are having 0 points as compared to the English Premier League, with 1 player, 1 team rather, who's having 0 points so far. So let's take a look at who has more goals so far here. We've got Buchana, of course, the first player to have a hat-trick in the La Liga this season. This guy, Buchana from Villarreal, was so good. And then we've got here Adriano Liso as well with 3 goals. Wow, so quite a lot. And of course, Kylian Mbappe with 3 goals as well. 1 with penalty, and then we've got Per Mila with 2 goals. And all other 2 goals come in. The first person to score 2 goals for Barcelona is going to get here Ferran Torres. And of course, Lamine Yamal having 2 goals as well, which is quite good, yeah. And so, yeah, in the La Liga, Santander, we've got 1, 2, 3 players with 3 goals already, whereas in the Premier League, we've got just Haaland with 3 goals, and so it is quite good compared. Let's see who is having more assists. Luis Milla from Getafe with 2, Sevilla as well, and Navarro Rodriguez. Lamine Yamal, so good. Lamine Yamal with 2 goals and 2 assists so far. Very good. That is why this guy is so important for Barcelona. He's the one who needs to create the chances and do everything. And then let's take a look at the red cards so far right here. Woo! On 3 games, they've got 7 teams with red cards here in the La Liga. First teams is Girona 1, of course, all of them 1-1. So we've got here Girona, Valencia, Mallorca twice, man. Oh my goodness. And then Rio Vido. These are teams that just came up, and then Osasuna and Atletico Club. All of them having red cards so far in this, and of course I'm sure for the yellow cards it's kind of too much, 2-2, and so many clubs gotten that. So this is how it stands in the La Liga Santander. Let's compare this with the Premier League, where you've got here on the first table, on the first day, we've got here 2 teams with 9 points. That is 100%. But in the Premier League, we've got just Liverpool with 100%. And then for the yellow cards and for the the teams who have 0 points, we've got just 1 and 0-1, not like we just showed you here. Now let's take a quick look at the Serie A to see as well what is happening in Serie A. Napoli standing first, trying to grab again the title, but they've just played 2 games before the international break in the Serie A. But Napoli have scored 100%, as well as Juventus, of course, as well as Cremonese, who just came up. It's a quite good start for teams that come in and want to stay with 6 points 2 games, 6 points is good. Roma as well, 6 points. And then you're going to start in the 5th position where points are start to drop from here, where we've got Udinese having 4, and Inter Milan has won, just lose 1 game and having just 3 points as well. So this is how it stands. And then we're going to go with Sassuolo, Torino, Verona, who are standing last in this league, but so far only Sassuolo is having 0 points in the league. The rest of the teams have been able to pick up points in the league. Let's take a look at some players who is scoring more goals. Right here, you've got 2 goals from Inter Milan. Thuram from Inter Milan is having 2 goals, and as well as Varovic from Juventus. And this is how he's standing. And then for assists, we've got 2, from Lazio, which is quite good. Yaldis and Modric from Real Madrid. It's good. He has given an assist for AC Milan so far, just 2 games, 1 assist. For him, it's quite cool. I imagine how good this assist was, because he's so good in that. Then take a look at the red card. For the red card, we've got 2 teams already with red cards. We've got here Juventus and Sassuolo. Juventus, Andrea Cambiaso has gotten a red card, and this guy Kone from Sassuolo gotten a red card as well. And so this is how the table stands for the Serie A. This season they've played 2 games, and this is how they stand. Napoli standing first, and Juventus was so poor last season. I don't know if they're going to pick up this season, so we just watch to see what is happening. Let's move on to Bundesliga to see what is happening there. In the Bundesliga, they've played 2 games as well, and Bayern Munich 100%, 2 games, 6 points. And of course you got Frankfurt, 2 games, 6 points, and Cologne, 2 games, 6 points. And then we've got Dortmund. This Dortmund is one of the most shittest teams as well, because right here in this Bundesliga, what makes it also very crazy, boring, is the fact that it is, of course, Bayern Munich every season who is going to grab this trophy. So it's kind of like, boring to know that a league is playing where it's only Bayern Munich to win it. And of course, sometimes Dortmund was the one trying to challenge, but all of a sudden started doing very poor performances and all these things. So this is how the table stands right now. And in the last, we've got here Freiburg and Hendenheim, who just came up, and Bremen just went ahead to sign 1 good player from Bayer Leverkusen, which is Victor Boniface. I don't know if he's going to move them out of here, but so far they're having just 1 point, and the last 2 with 0 points. And then we've got one significant club that was champions under Real Madrid coach right now, but so far they've went ahead to hire a coach from Manchester United as well. Was fired, Eric Ten Hag came to there, and they have played 2 games and have just 1 point. After coming, making these poor performances, he was just fired straight away. This is the club that Xabi Alonso actually used sometimes, to top the league, which was so good. And then they went ahead to fire Eric Ten Hag. But the lucky thing about them is that they happened to fire this guy so early, so they can be able to strategize and pick it up again to bring it back. So let's take a look at the goals scored right here. We've got, of course, Harry Kane. Oh my goodness, with 2 games and already 3 goals for him. This guy is a goal machine, I mean, this is, when we talk about consistent strikers, 9-shaded players, no one can ever vote him out. I know Harry Kane is something different. He's so good, he's so consistent. From Tottenham, poor performance, but he has been the one leading all through the Premier League. I believe that this guy deserves to have something good in football. He deserves his payoff, because he's so good in football when they talk about 9-shaded score. So he's having 3 goals right now. And Borussia Dortmund, we're not going to forget to talk about Guirassy. I believe this guy as well. We talk about Guirassy. I believe he needs to leave this club as well and go to somewhere that is a club that is serious. Because I don't believe you've got someone so much good, but you don't sign players, to accompany him play, or maybe Dortmund is not even serious in this Bundesliga. I don't even know what they are coming to the Champions League to do. I don't even know what they are doing in the Bundesliga, but Sergio Guirassy is very good in Dortmund right now. Having 3 goals with just 2 games is something very good. Olise is a very good player as well. We cannot, scoring 3 goals, 2 games is so good. And then we talk about FC Köln, where Butler, scoring 2 goals. And this is how it stands right now with the goal scorers, Harry Kane, Guirassy, and Olise with 3 goals all. And let's see assists. For the assists, still have Harry Kane. Harry Kane with 2 assists. This Harry Kane, I don't know, but he's, I think, underrated when you talk about 9-shaded players. He's arguably one of the best. And then Gnabry, very good, 2 assists. And of course, we talk about Butler as well. This guy scoring 2 goals and 2 assists for Cologne is so good for him. And then Luis Diaz, who just signing for Bayern Munich, having 2 goals already is something so very good for them and very important. Let's take a look at the cards and yellow cards, of course, highest with 2, and then red cards, 5 teams with red card, also 1-1-1, Bremen, Wolfsburg, Mainz and Hamburg Dortmund all having red card each. So this is how it stands in the Bundesliga this season so far before the international break, and this is how it stands right here. We've talked about the Premier League, the La Liga, the Serie A, and this is what it is in the Bundesliga. Let's see what the Ligue has for us. They've played 3 games as well so far before the international break, and what crazy thing about this Ligue 1 as well. Premier League will forever remain the most competitive league, because see here you're still gonna find Paris Saint-Germain standing first. I mean, how many years, how many decades? Let's talk about decades, no longer years. He's been standing here because it's crazy. Like 3 games already, 9 points, and we got Lyon. Lyon was supposed to relegate, but they were saved by Paris Saint-Germain, which is quite good. I mean, because they were supposed to be relegated for financial issues, but they survived them. But I'm so happy for this club because they are doing very well right now. So they actually have 100%, 3 goals and 9 points is so good for them. And the second person is going to be Ligue right here. The Ligue is playing very good football, and they've got Monaco standing on the 4th position. So this is simply just it about the Ligue 1. If not this, who else? Marseille. Yeah, Marseille can add to there to make them 5. So this is absolutely just the 5 teams that are always they talk about in the league, but they talk about Marseille, they talk about Monaco, they talk about Lyon, but at the end of the day, they're all still gonna go to sleep and hang it up to Paris Saint-Germain. So that is the crazy thing about this league. And now we've got Metz here, Strasbourg, and Paris FC. Paris FC is almost standing on the relegation zone. It's standing in the relegation zone, by the way. Remember that this Paris FC has made 46 years without coming to the Ligue 1, and this season he just came. And so many people are expecting that at least for your first season after how many 44 decades, at least try to make a name, stay there for at least 2-3 seasons. But he's already standing on the last with just 1 point. No, sorry, 3 points. Yeah, 3 points right here. So Metz is having 0 points. But it's quite good. I mean, standing on the 17th position with 3 points is not so bad. So yeah, so let's see the goal scorers right here. The first goal is coming from João Neves from Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, 3 goals, and of course he had a hat-trick for sure. And so João Neves is very good, 3 goals. And then Kebal, 3 goals as well. And the rest is coming from Aubameyang, who returned to Olympique de Marseille and is having 2 goals already. This guy as well, so good, one of the greatest players from Africa. He has performed in Arsenal and right here as well. And Giroud, I don't know why this Giroud is not getting old, because this is one of the players that right now is supposed to have resigned from football or be playing somewhere in Saudi or MLS in USA. But he's still having 2 goals on that league. It's quite good. I mean, he just signed from a similar move to this place, and he's having 2 goals. Quite good for them. Let's see assists. Assists right here. We have Korea from Ligue with 3 assists, and Marcel Greenwood. Greenwood was very incredible last season, for Manchester United to here. He was so good last season. He's having 2 assists, which is quite good. Let's take a look at the red cards. My goodness. Just 3 games played, 9 teams already having red cards. These 9 teams, so crazy. We've got Ore, and we've got Stade Bratos, and we've got Rennes. Rennes 2 times, and Angers, Marseille, Strasbourg, Metz, and Rennes 3 times. Rennes is already having 3 red cards so far in this season. Of goodness, guys, you came here that is how it is in the Ligue 1. So far, we've talked about the Ligue 1, where we've got Paris Saint-Germain standing first. We've talked about the Bundesliga, where we've got Bayern Munich standing first, and then we've talked about the Serie A. Of course, Napoli standing first, and Juventus trying to pick form because it was really bad last season, standing on the 2nd position. And then you go to La Liga here, where we've got Real Madrid standing first. The only 2 people we talk about here in Real Madrid should be Real Madrid and of course Barcelona this season. I don't know if Atletico Bilbao is going to stay consistent to maybe challenge these 2 guys, but this is how it is so far. 3 games played, 9 points for Real Madrid, and Barcelona have dropped 2 points already so far in the La Liga Santander. And then we talk about the Premier League, where we've got here Liverpool standing and Chelsea on the second, and Arsenal, rightful position for Arsenal right here. But we believe that Arsenal is going to do something better to top the league this season. We are actually really hoping that, I'm a Chelsea fan, but if Arsenal doesn't, if Chelsea is not willing to get this, because I'm looking at the Chelsea style of play right now, I don't believe that Chelsea is going to make this name, but I believe that Arsenal should step up there. And so this is how it's happening, and this is who we are. We are SD Game Talk. We bring to you football all around the world, all this analysis. You're gonna know. We're gonna bring it all to you in details, and of course break down every match play. So far we're gonna be talking about as well. Check out the YouTube page to see what is happening about the the World Cup qualification that are ongoing right now. If you are just joining us, subscribe to our channel and see you on our next video.